Would you hurt someone just because an authority figure told you to? Sounds impossible, right? Let's talk about one of the most shocking experiments, quite literally. This is the story of Milgram Experiment and what it revealed about obedience and human behavior. First, quick definitions. Conformity means adjusting your behavior to fit in within a group. Obedience means following orders from someone in authority. The Milgram experiment focused on obedience and how far people would go to obey, even if it meant hurting someone else. In 1961, psychologist Stanley Milgram set up a simple but disturbing study at Yale University. Volunteers thought they were part of a learning experiment. They were assigned the role of teacher. An actor played the learner sitting in another room, hooked to what looked like a shock machine. Every time the learner gave a wrong answer, the teacher had to press a button to deliver an electric shock. With each mistake, the voltage increased from 15 volts all the way up to 450 volts. Of course, the shocks were not real, but the participants didn't know that. A man in a lab coat stood behind them, calmly urging, "Please continue." The experiment requires that you continue. No yelling, no threats, just authority. Here is what shocked everyone. 65% of participants went all the way to the maximum shock level, even though the learner was screaming in pain or went completely silent. Many participants were sweating, trembling, or clearly distressed, but they still obeyed. The Milgram experiment showed just how powerful authority can be. People often follow orders even when it clashes with their morals. Why? Because they shift the blame. I was just following instructions. The experiments still explain how ordinary people get pulled into unethical behavior in workplaces, in the military, or during major historical events. Knowing this helps us be more conscious and more courageous. The experiment was powerful but controversial. Participants experienced real emotional distress. It sparked new rules about ethics and psychology, including the need for informed consent and the right to withdraw. So, what would you do? The Milgram experiment is not just about the past, it's a reminder for today. Doing what's right is not always the same as doing what we are told.